the region.
Stepping up its attack on Pakistan, India on Friday tore into Pakistan's narrative that terror attacks against India are the handiwork of non-state actors. Mincing no words, Foreign Secretary S. Jaishankar said that the concept of state actors and non-state actors on the issue of terrorism is a false dichotomy, and the state cannot escape the responsibility by hiding behind it.
The state cannot escape responsibility by saying it's non-state. And this is just not vis-a-vis India. I mean, this was the situation even after 9/11. After 9/11, countries were told that you can't protect people and say, well, this is not the government doing it. That's a false dichotomy, the state, non-state. And we've always maintained the view that acting against some groups is not a justification for giving a free pass, leave alone active support for other groups.
Foreign Secretary's plain speak comes on a day when the US, for the third time in a week, asked Pakistan to rein in terror groups operating in its territory. US once again urged Pakistan to take a concerted action against safe havens and terror groups that threaten other countries in the region.
Well, our discussions continue to focus on the fact that we're urging the government of Pakistan to take concerted action against safe havens and terrorist groups that threaten other countries in the region. And we've been very clear about that. And we have seen them attempt to address it. We want to see more action taken, but, it continues to be a topic of conversation with them.
This comes on the back of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's repeated reference this week to Pakistan's policy of using terrorism as an instrument of state policy. Prime Minister upped the ante on the issue of terror export from the neighbouring country at the BRICS meet and G20 summit in China and the ASEAN India and East Asia summits in Laos. In Laos PDR, Prime Minister called on the international community to isolate and put sanctions on the instigator. And in a clear reference to Pakistan, he said that there is one country in our neighborhood whose competitive advantage rests solely in producing and exporting terrorism. Earlier at the BRICS meet, he urged BRICS members to intensify joint efforts to combat terrorism and sought coordinated actions by the groups to isolate supporters and sponsors of terror. At the G20 meet, Prime Minister said that one single nation in South Asia is spreading the agents of terror and asked G20 leaders to sanction and isolate those who sponsor terrorism. In an endorsement of Prime Minister's statement, the G20 in its communique reaffirmed its solidarity and resolve to fight terrorism in its all forms and wherever it occurs. This week saw a concerted effort by India and the US against Pakistan so that the country reins in terror groups in its own backyard. India raised the issue of terror sanctuaries in Pakistan at various international meetings such as the G20, ASEAN and the BRICS meet. Meanwhile, the US raised the issue thrice in a week. Hopefully that one South Asian country, which Prime Minister Narendra Modi talked at the G20 summit, will mend its ways soon. With camera person Malkeet Singh, Siddhant Sibal, DD News, New Delhi.